Hey guys, the day has come where I need to organize my kitchen cabinets, so I am bringing you guys along with me. I am a little embarrassed to show you this because if you guys have followed my channel for a while, you probably have the idea, or I've told you, I like to think of myself as a very organized person. Everything, I've always preached, everything has a spot in my house to where everything has a place to go when we clean up. And I hardly have any clutter. I get rid of things all the time that we don't use. But we moved into this home. I will give you like a little preview of our kitchen. It's not clean or anything. We moved into this home. We have this huge kitchen area. We have this area for, you know, like a table that we don't have yet. Our pantry's there, dog food there. So we have this, but we quickly realized that this is actually less cabinet space than our home in Charleston. So when we moved in, we had to kind of like squish everything into the cabinets, and we haven't touched it since, and that was the beginning of March. And it's really just not working. There's one specific cabinet that I'll show you that needs to be organized, and some of the cabinets are good to go. I'm not even gonna touch. So this might be a quick video. I'm gonna actually show you inside every single cabinet quickly, and then I'm gonna show you how I go about organizing things and how I go about placing things in new spots. So let's start over here. So underneath our sink, we have, you know, cleaning supplies. I have this bin for when I go to clean bathrooms. I can take the whole entire bin out. We have these pods for the dishwasher. We have tons of trash bags, soap, hand soap, wipes for the kids after they eat. This thing is broken, so we need to fix that soon. So that's that. That I don't think needs any help. This is our trash can, so it could be fooling you to think that there's space in there, but there's not. This is our junk drawer, which I'm gonna go through. I actually recently went through that. I call it a junk drawer, and there is junk in there, but I actually do go through my junk drawer quite often, because when I start to not be able to pull out the drawer, then that's an issue. And here's a tip. Make sure if you pick a junk drawer, if you want a junk drawer, make sure it's a little drawer. Don't do a big drawer like this, because then you'll never organize it. Make sure it's a little tiny drawer. So here at the bottom, this is the kids' stuff. So I have it down here because they can easily get to it if they would like to, or if, you know, Piper gets into this all the time. I don't necessarily like when she gets into this stuff, but at least it's not stuff that's gonna break. So we have all their sippy cups, plates, and bowls, and it all just fits in here nice and snugly. So that is organized, doesn't need any help. Okay, in here, I got these bowls, and I have some that are being used by Candy for my birthday. And then I've had these bowls for a while from Crate & Barrel. This is a lot of bowls, and it's taking up a huge space. So I might change where these go depending on what I have in here. This is the really messy drawer. So there's that. And then in here, I think I'm gonna keep this like it is. This is where our silverware and everything goes, obviously. This little thing I bought. And then we have like our measuring cups and spoons and stuff in here. There looks like there might be a little bit of space for some stuff in there too. Just a mental note. This doesn't even hardly fit in here. These two things are the worst. This is not organized at all. I don't know how much more organized I can get it though. Again, I bought this little insert so we can figure something out there. Maybe some of that can go in there. Let's see, it's not even closing now again. And then this, I'm so embarrassed to show you, but all right. I don't even really know what's in here, and I don't know. This is terrible. This pulls out, but I'm nervous to even pull it out because I'm afraid everything's gonna fall. This just really needs to be organized. That's the main issue drawer. So in here, we have all of our pots and pans. We have our toaster. This is just really easy for me to get the toaster out because I pretty much get it out every morning. And then we have pots and pans here. I might get that out because I need to use that more often than when it's back there, I can't see it. And then this pulls out too. Not the best solution for all my pots tops, but it works fine. So I might leave that there. Hopefully you guys aren't getting too bored with this. This used to be like, or I'm assuming used to be like the Lazy Susan thing where you can like roll the thing around and see what there is, but that wasn't there when we moved in. So this cabinet is pretty much useless because it should have like another shelf here at least so I can use all of this empty space. But this is just a whole mess of stuff. I don't even know what's in here. So that probably needs to be organized, and maybe some of this stuff can go in there. We will see. This doesn't need to be organized. This is just all of our spices and everything. It kind of looks like a crazy mess because the kids go into that and the kids also go into this. But this is pretty much good to go. This is all of our Tupperware. We have lids, we have bowls, more lids and bowls. As organized as it gets. This is also pretty much as good as it gets. We have all of our cups, and then these are all of our plates and our bowls. And then up here, because this is pretty high to reach, I just have a whole bunch of mason jars, and their lids and stuff are in here. And this is where I keep my coffee pods, because my coffee pot's right there. Could be better, but it's like such a small little cabinet. This is like Pam, and then salts and pepper and baking powder and stuff like that. We have some more cups, which I would like to throw away, but Chris uses these. These are like, I don't know what kind of cups these are, but he uses those. And then there's like little attachment. Up here are some vitamins and things, and then a candy jar that we don't necessarily use all the time. Up here we have all of our like protein shakes and my Shakeology that I drink. I need to get my pie pans down from there because there's really no reason for them to be up there. And then in here we have, it's like a random spot to have our mitts, but you guys saw we have like no room for oven mitts anywhere. So they're here. Same with kids' bibs. Piper's the only one that really uses bibs now, and she rarely uses them. And then this is like a random thing that I got in a FabFitFun. Random stuff, and then River's dog treats. So, I don't know, it's just stressing me out even like looking at all this stuff. And I feel like you guys are totally bored, and I'm like so overwhelmed. All right, this is above our oven. We have our colanders that I use all the time. This pitcher I use all the time to water our plants. We have our cupcake thing that I use all the time. A random, what is this? Like a towel to go on here that I just threw up here. We have a beef jerky kit that Chris uses like once a year. We have another pot that I forgot we even had. We have koozies up here. I don't know why the koozies are up there, because we have another spot for koozies. And then above the refrigerator is even more random stuff. We have our turkey roaster. We have an Instant Pot. And then that's the beef jerky maker. And then these things were what we used to put our spices in, but they're too long for our drawers here. The drawers here are a lot shorter. So that's it. You guys got to see in all of our cabinets. Now I'm probably just gonna do like a fast forward version of me organizing, and then maybe I'll explain later what I did to the drawers and cabinets that I'm gonna do stuff to. So I gotta get to work. Okay, so in case you guys are wondering, basically my tip for organizing anything is to take everything out and look what you have. And I'm kind of deciding where I want things to go as far as like categories. You guys just saw I put all of our little wire rack things, baking things, all under here, as well as our cupcake and our cake pans and our bread loaf pans and things like that. So all the baking things went in there besides the cookie sheet. So I just have like an idea in my head of where I want things to go, and that's kind of how I organize. Okay guys, I really do like to cook, and I feel like I know what most kitchen utensils and things are, but we found this in the drawer just now, and I was asking Chris, I was like, what the heck is this? I've never seen this before. It had like a little plastic thing on top, like we've never used it. And I Googled everything, couldn't find it, and I was like, you know what, I'm throwing this away. We don't need it. I'm organizing, purging, you know. And then I was like, oh my gosh, is this a zester? Because I have on my to-do list to get a zester, and I just didn't know what a zester looked like. And so then I Googled zester, and this is a zester. We've had a zester this entire time. We've been using like a grater every time we needed to zest anything. So this is really fun because we're about to have fish tacos, I think tomorrow night, and we need to zest a lime. So yay, we have a zester, putting it back in the drawer. All right, I think I'm done. I don't love what I did because I like when like similar things are in one spot. Like I was telling you before, all of the baking stuff is down in this drawer. You know, all the pots are over here, all the pot tops over here. And I wasn't able to do that for a lot of the things. So I'm a little bit disappointed with that, but I feel much better about where everything is. And I feel like I'll be able to keep this going. Before it was like a never ending thing. Like every time I put the dishes away, I was like, oh my gosh, this is terrible. I don't know where anything goes. But now everything does have a space. So at least everything has a space. I'll teach Chris where everything goes, and we should be able to keep up with it at least. So I'm just gonna show you the cabinets that we did do because I don't wanna show you guys all the cabinets again. A lot of them I didn't even touch. But the first one I did touch was this one. This is where all those bowls were. And instead, like I said, I don't love this because they're like stacked on top of each other, but there really is no other space for these. So these are like all my glass pans and my baking dishes and pie pans and stuff like that. And then I did put some of these serving spoons back here that were in this drawer just to kind of have a space for them back there to use a little bit more of the space in this drawer since this drawer was so crowded. This drawer is still pretty crowded, but I kind of organized all the spatulas here and then just kind of made sure everything kind of had a space so that I can open the drawer and close the drawer easily without it always getting stuck. This is one that got the biggest makeover, and now I can actually pull this out, and this will just be all of our bowls that were in here. I wanted to put this where the bread pan and the cookie sheet, or the cookie bread loaf pan and the cupcakes and everything were, but that didn't fit, so it's gonna go there. And then here's some more bowls and stuff that I found, and that measuring cup just fits nicely there. And then down here are all our cookie sheets. We'll be able to just stack those there. We have our hot pans down here, and then all of these are kind of like Chris's grilling spatulas, and then this rolling pin's super long, and then that's like a skewer for like shish kebabs and things like that, that are way too long. They're like super long that don't even fit in this drawer at all. So they're just gonna have to go down there because there's really nowhere else to put them. And then I didn't do much in here, but I did move that one pot that I showed you, and then I got that other pot that I forgot that I had that was way up there, and put it with the other pots down there. Right, and here I have our griddle. I decided to put it in here and just put the crock pot on top of it. Hi, you can see me in the little reflection. And then I just stacked our cutting boards back there. And then still the miscellaneous stuff is over there, but it's at least organized a bit. Did move the other vitamins and things up here, which I don't love that everything's up there, but that's really, again, the only space that they can go. I have Chris's cups here that can stack more easily now, and then all the little attachments go up there. I showed you here that's where all like the cupcakes and the bread pans and the wire things go. And that is it. I feel much better, like I said, about the way things are, and I think it'll just be easier to manage and easier to keep up with. So I hope that I inspired you guys to get cleaning in your kitchen cabinets or your bathroom cabinets or anywhere where you have cluttered cabinets. I know that it can be very daunting and very stressful if you have a whole bunch of stuff that you don't even need, or things that are just taking up space. So I actually didn't get rid of anything. I thought I would, but I often get rid of stuff, so I didn't really need to get rid of anything now. It was just more of like an organizing thing. So if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We would love to have you guys subscribe to our channel. We'll see you guys in our next video. Bye.